Hello, this is ResilanBearcat, and welcome to our Apollo Let's Play series of Dyson Sphere Program. Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. We're picking up right where we left off in our Apollo playthrough, and we're looking here, as I turn around and look at something, you can see here that we are not running at 100% efficiency. And so we need to figure this out. I'm producing red cubes. Here, they are being shipped quite a distance, but that really shouldn't matter. They're coming out of here. Red cubes are producing here at the rate of 8.7 a minute, and we have insufficient power supply. Okay, so we're running short on power. So that's, well, at least we now know what the problem is. So let's see, let's go right over here. We've got plenty, we can solve that problem. Let's start putting some power down over here. We're going to need to expand our wind farm. I'm going to put some of that there, and then let's grab the these foundations. Let's go down to a 4x4, and what I want to do is stick one right there, and then put one right there. All right, and back to my power, and we're going to place two more of these, one here and one there. And now let's go see if that solves our power problem. If we look at our power chart, let's look at our power chart here. Here's our power. Yeah, we should be okay. We got some other things that we need to solve here very shortly, but we did seem to solve the power problem with that. And that is now steady on 10 per minute. Now that is producing 10 per minute. Now let's go back over here to our construction of blue cubes over here and see what that's doing. We see that a couple of these are not producing full on either. And if we look at this, this is doing 20 per minute, and then we're getting stacking. That being 20 per minute, it's producing exactly twice as many of this as what we're getting of the red cubes. So that's kind of what we expect, unless we want to double up on our red cube production. That's just the way it's going to work. So, and I don't really have the resources yet to produce red cubes at a faster pace. We will need to do that, but that's going to be a different project for a different day. So for today's episode, what are we going to do for today's episode? Well, I'm glad you asked. If we come in here and we look at things, let's review what we have. We have copper and iron, magnets, magnetic coils, we have steel, we have electric motors, gears, plasma exciters, blue and red cubes, we have circuit boards, we have stone bricks, energetic graphite, plasma refining. We're making glass, we're making prisms. Now we're not making sulfuric acid yet, and don't really have anything to do with sulfuric acid, so that's okay. We are creating refined oil, which we're not doing anything with yet, and we'll come back to that here in just a second. And then over here, the things that we're producing, we're not automatically making Mark II sorters. We will need to solve that at some point in the future, but we haven't done it yet because it requires gears. We're not making very many gears. When we come over here, we're not making traffic monitors. I'm not using traffic monitors either. It requires glass, and glass, I don't have glass really in my production line at the moment, so I'd have to actually bring some glass down and inject that into the construction line. I could certainly do that, and we probably will end up doing that at some point, but I don't see that as critical. We're not making spray coaters yet either, but for the spray coaters, if you see here, I need microcrystalline components, so we're going to go to a different island for that. We're not making solar panels. We're going to go to a different planet for that because it needs the high purity silicon. So that really leaves a couple of things here that we need to take a look at, and that is the chemical plant. But we're not doing anything yet with the chemical plant. It requires glass as well, and I'll need to get that into the production chain or set up a different production chain somewhere for some of that. So really, we've got most of that done. The one thing we are missing, though, is the wireless power tower. There's my drive engine, level 2 of my drive engine. We've got some research going in. Certainly not very fast, but it's making them. So I do want to make some wireless power towers. This is an item that we want to do. So let's get this built. Kind of finishing out what we need to do and then getting ready for the next episode, which is going to be when we go to another planet. So right here we have these conveyor belts with the exciters. So if I look at what it takes to build one of these, going back to here, this requires, it just requires a Tesla tower and the exciter. So only thing I have to do is figure out where the Tesla tower is. It's right there. And I've got the exciter right here. So what I can do, this one's not going to require a whole lot of ingenuity. I want to do this right here. Bring this over to here like this right here. We're going to bring a belt over those things like that. We're now going to bring a manufacturer in right here like this. We're going to now bring this like that. We will take a storage facility and drop it right here. And then I don't really need the iron or anything like that, but we are going to go ahead and extend it down just so that it is down here with whatever comes next. And what we're going to do is I only need one stack of these, just like that right there. These are not going to produce at very fast rates, but we're going to put that in there. We're going to put that right in there. And we are going to build Tesla towers. And then, the only thing we have to do is put that right there. And we're in business. We have Tesla towers being produced. No, we don't. We have... Now we do. That will be producing Tesla towers. So those are not going to take a whole lot. And like I said, right now we're just creating a starter factory. So little things like this work perfectly fine. And that produces the Tesla towers and brings them out here. And I now have 3 of these things. Awesome. So I've got a way to recharge my battery when I need it. I just plop those things down and we're good to go. So now some of the other things that we're going to do. Let's make sure that we have everything that we need in order. Let's plan for what we're going to do. So when we go to the other planet, we're going to need power. In order to make power, we're going to need, I want a full stack of several things. I believe just because of what I'm going to do, I'm going to carry 3 full stacks of conveyor belts. 900, actually I'm going to carry 1200 conveyor belts. I don't want to run short when I'm on another planet. I want to be building them when I get there. We're going to carry a full stack of sorters, although I will not need anywhere near that. We are going to need some refiners, some miners, and I'm going to carry a full stack of those. The arc smelters, we've got a full stack of those. We have nearly a full stack of assemblers. Alright. The storage units. A full stack of those. I'm going to carry 2 full stacks of the wind towers. So, and one more. Come on. There we go. And then I want a full stack of these as well. So that'll be 100 of those. That should give me plenty of those. Now, these, I've got several. I've got 23 of those. That's going to be more than enough of those. Splitters, I've got half a stack of those. That'll be enough. And we've got, I'm not going to need water. Okay. So with that in mind, we are now doing communication and control. So let's see if I can see the resources that are in the planet. Oops, let me come back out of here. This is the planet view. If I go to the star map, let's see what we have. Ooh, Apollo 4 is really close. What is on Apollo 4? I can see that it doesn't have very much iron. It's got a lot of copper and a lot of silicon. And that is what we're going to need. We're going to need copper and silicon. And boy, that thing is really close right now. It's well, there's only 2 planets. Is there only 2 planets in here? No, that's just that's the planet. We're on a moon, and that's the planet. Okay, that makes more sense. First, I'm not seeing but one other body in this solar system, and that is this planet over there. And this planet over here, Apollo 1, is once again, there's not a lot of iron on it, so there's not a lot of iron in my home system. That could be a concern. There is a lot of copper and a lot of silicon. There's a little bit of titanium there. There's no titanium at all on Apollo 4. Well, of course there's not. This is Apollo 2. That's Apollo 3. That's Apollo 4. That is Apollo 1. So these are the orbital bodies, and these are just moons. Both of these are moons of that, but that's very little iron. It's really going to be a problem. Stone, but no titanium. Apollo 2 is an ice giant. Plural satellites. We can get fire ice and hydrogen. So that's actually not bad, but I don't have the use for that right now. So I believe this is where we're going. We need silicon. I would like to have titanium, but we don't really have that yet. So we'll put the indicator up on Apollo 4. Now let's go get, and since it's so close, being as it's just another moon, I think we'll go ahead and go over there. There's not really a whole lot else we need to do right here on this planet right now. So let's go make sure I have plenty of, +2 construction drones. That's nice. Alright, we're going to grab out some of this, and we need plenty of this. So let me make sure that Icarus is full. It is, and now let's see about getting, I want to carry 4 complete stacks. Actually, I want to carry 5 stacks with me. I've already got 5 stacks. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good. I've got a various other little collection of things here. Probably don't need all of those things, but that's in my inventory. So the reason for going to this other planet is to set up a production chain by which we can produce solar panels. Now, solar panels require silicon circuits, and that requires iron. So this is the major kink in my plan here is the fact that I don't think I have a whole lot of iron in this particular solar system. If I look out at this, there's Apollo 3. Which is where we're at. That's Apollo 4. And that is Apollo 1. Apollo 1 has both silicon and titanium and copper. And while it has twice the amount of iron, that is not saying anything. So this is going to be a bit of a challenging start. I've got less than 4 million iron in the entire star system that I'm in. And I can't see beyond that yet. Lock the North Pole. Follow rotation. Following off. So I think we go to the other planet, and that'll be something that we do. So let me look back at my research. Now, so this is just making sure before we go of what our goal is, what our objective is, and minimize the number of trips. I want to be able to set up while I'm there. So I don't have a whole lot of resources here, but when I look at my buildings and what I'm producing, in order to be able to make solar panels, I'm going to need this high purity silicon. I can make copper items on the other planet, but I don't have much iron, and so where the iron is going to depend on whether or not I can make some of these things and get going on the solar panels or not. Other items that I will eventually need, there's nothing really else in this list per se that I need. A spray coater would be nice, but it is not the microcrystalline components. I do want to make those off planet. But I just may have to bring that item stuff back. Once again, that requires circuit boards, so I would need to do quite a bit of circuit boards to build these items off planet. Of course, I don't need tons and tons of it, since all of those items are just going into a box, and then the crystalline components and the high-grade silicon. I'm not planning on bringing the high-grade silicon back. I plan to make the items I need with it there. There's the silicon ore. Plastic. can be made in a chemical facility. So, alright, oh, the other thing I want to take, just in case I need them, a stack of foundations. Let's go grab the foundations, and then we will, I guess we'll head over, we'll go ahead and go to the other planet. There's just no reason not to at this point. That is what is next. So we've got plenty of these. I'm going to take 2 stacks of those. 2,000. Very good. And then right here, I've already got a stack of those. Just in case I have to build something while I'm over there. Carry some of those. Only going to carry 1 stack of those. Okay. That should be good. Alright, with that, let's go exploring. So, we are now in sail. Now, one of the things you'll notice, if I accelerate toward this other planet, it quickly uses up my energy. This is not going to take very long to get to it, since it is so close. And we just pile down on the planet. Universe exploration, another achievement. And let's pop out of here. And right away, one of the first things we want to see, the entire iron deposit is right there. Everything we want to do. There's coal, stone, copper, lots of copper, iron, and silicon. So right up in there would be a good place to do it. Where is the North and South Pole? It's right up there. So we want to head toward that iron vein. We're not very far away from it. So there is no water or trees or anything on this planet. Alright. So let's plop down right here near this iron. And let's start doing a little bit of planning. Now let's see if we look at the statistics here on the see if we can see research Dyson Sphere. That's not going to do anything. Performance test, that's cool, but not going to tell us anything. So let's get out of that. Oop, and let's see, let's go to the map and let's look at the wind energy ratio. 80%, solar energy 92%, so we're good on that. So let's just find one of the meridians and see where we're at on that. One, and there's one right there. So let's find the equator. Right there's the equator. Now I don't want to put my, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these things like this right here, north and south. Alright, mecha move speed, and my mech is now faster than it was. Let's see. Alright, these are overlapping a good bit, but that's okay. We're going to put in a whole bunch of them right now. Right down along this line. Oh, look how high that was. So part of this right here is just to get our power seated. We brought all of these power poles, and we're going to use a whole bunch of them. Produce us some power. So we want to get set up and automate building solar panels. That's the primary objective here. So before we leave and head back to our other planet, we won't be producing solar panels. We don't have any research going on, so let's fix that issue. Let's go over to the upgrades, make sure that if there's anything else we can do on the upgrades. We can do energy circuits and drone engines. Both of them are quite expensive. So let's do the energy thing first, and then the drone engines. So I want to upgrade those, that there, that's fine. Mass construction, that requires a whole bunch too. And then communication control, more drone construction tasks. Warped the mecha move speed. Okay, I think that's everything I can do with red and blue. Is that right? Nope, I can do the mass construction. So right now we're just focusing on upgrades. We haven't really built everything that we can build yet, so we're fine with just doing upgrades to the mecha. It's a good time to be upgrading it. So let's continue on around here. Wonder how big this planet is. It doesn't feel like it's that big, but I don't know. So these are coming in here. We've got another large stack of things here. As we plop down these power generators, and a lot of this is just getting set up for doing, you know, as much as I can for production. There is a little bit of coal, so I could burn some of the stuff with coal on this planet, but coal, the thing about coal power is it eventually runs out. And so by doing the power and solar, those are renewable sources of energy. They're always there, and that will work very good. So what we're going to do, the plan to do, is bring this thing on these thick lines here, north and south, with wind generators, and then we will do solar generators east-west on the equator. That'll produce a lot of power. And once we get this done and need titanium, we'll go to the other planet. Yeah, this is a big planet. I am still going north, or south as the case might be. I'm actually not sure which way I'm going. I think I'm going south, actually. I'm headed into a dark zone. But I'm getting closer up here. There's a big hole in the ground. Needs foundation support. So even though there's no water, we'll notice that the first time we run into needing foundation support. So now this is where this comes in, and try to guess at where the center of that thing is. And hit that. And then same thing there. Alright, that one should be good. So let's see. Let's go here. And then let's see. Tab. 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 Oh yeah, there we go. I can do this a lot faster. That was wonderful. There's 8. There's 9. Did it not build? I got too far out of range. My drones won't do that range. Well, wonderful. So we'll come back down here. It still remembers that. So I'll just do 5 at a time. Oh. Interesting. I've been putting the wrong things down. Alright, well, we'll fix that too as we go back. Let's see what we got here. As I'm sending the drones out. Wonder what my power generation is. Why are you not? Yeah, you can see here that I'm going around here. Plan is to go all the way around the world this way. Well, what just happened. Oh, I'm back at the beginning where I put down the wrong kind of device. So I'll do this right here. Alright. Now then, these were these items. So I guess I've made it all the way around now. So now what we have to do... let's see. Facilities, belts, sorters. Yeah, I don't want to do that. There we go. I don't know if I have enough to go all the way around the world. This will be very interesting. But we'll just continue on around. That was a mistake, but it's okay. So what we're doing right now is just placing the power grid that we need. And that is not on, they're not the correct distance apart. What happened there? I must have started in the wrong place. Putting that right there. Yeah, it's... there we go. But we will go back through here and place as many of these as I can. Alright. And this will, what I'm doing here, of course, is with these setups. Why is it? It's not remembering my spacing. When I do the remove things, it's getting confused on my spacing. But once we get all of this power in, the next thing will be to set up and start setting up the items that we need to produce each of the items. And so what we're really going for first is going after the solar panels, and then the other things that we need, you know, kind of the things that we need in order to make solar panels. So that's part of what we will do. Let's see it. Can I, how far up there can I go? As far as it'll let me go. And the solar panels will give me the ability, I mean, so it's going to be, we're going to be on this planet for a while. Just so you know, we're not going to be leaving real soon. We'll be here for several turns, and we've got lots of research queued up. There's really no reason to think that the home planet, or the home moon, I should say, will not just continue to function as desired. And so we will continue to just let it run. And then we will, once we're done with that and we're ready to go, we'll be set. And that'll be the next, the goal will be by the end of the next episode to be producing solar panels and anything else that we're going to take back. So we will be putting some items into a box in order to manually carry it back with us. As soon as we can, we will want to get planetary logistics set up, but that's a ways off, and so we'll manually carry things back and forth for a while. Research speed too slow. And we're starting to get this message, and this is because of the difference in production speed between our red cubes and our blue cubes. We are producing more blue cubes than we are red cubes, and so we don't have a balanced system, and this message is going to continue to annoy the crap out of us until we do balance it. So that will be something when we go back. Once we go back to the home planet, we will fix that problem. Until then, we are going to allow it to just be an issue. We're not concerned with it. And the fact that they think it's too slow is just, we disagree with them. We don't think it's a problem. And we want to see, let's spread these out. That's too far. Let's see. There we go. As my drones go back in there. Now we've got 6 drones now, so this is we've made good progress on the drones. So I mean 6, and they're faster than they were, so it feels pretty good on that. Now let's see here. With the removal of these things, I really like this erase features. You just take that and just go down through their erasing items. It erases, you can erase quite a distance into the that you can see there. Then we come back into here. We've got 24 of these things left, and we'll just start putting more of these things down. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel to be notified when new content is available, and check out the link shown here for more gameplay. Take care.